Breaking Out of the Bungle Bird, written by Aaron Reynolds, illustrated by Pete Whitehead. Pride only leads to arguing, but those who take advice are wise. Proverbs 13:10. In the jungle of Bungle Magungle Matu lived a mosquito named Flea and a butterfly Sue. Two better best friends you have never seen, ever. And we'll stay best friends, they would say, till forever. But as sometimes will happen with friends that are best, that friendship will sometimes get put to the test. Darling, darling. And that is what happened one day last July to Flea Mosquito and Sue Butterfly. They were standing there sharing some bungle fruit punch when a bungle bird flew by and ate them for lunch. Oh my. The lights all went out and they felt themselves falling. They tried to crawl up with every best crawling, but they hit with a splash. The air was quite smelly. Then they looked. There they stood in a bungle bird belly. No, this can't be, shouted Butterfly Sue. We'll be swallowed up whole. Now what do we do? I'm too pretty and young to be lunched on this way. I have flights yet to fly. I have games yet to play. A butterfly panic attack was at hand. If you've ever been eaten, then you'd understand. There was only one thought on the mind of Sue now. We've got to escape from the bungle bird. How? She said, the time has come for great thoughts to be thinked, for ideas to be hatched, for a plan to be inked. For any ideas, far-fetched or absurd, we must form a plan to break out of this bird. So silence came over the two in the tummy of this bird who had thought that these bugs would be yummy. They thinked and they thinked and they thinked some more. They thinked and they thinked till their thinkers were sore. Until lo and behold, the mosquito named Flea jumped up and said, Sue, I've got an idea. Oh, be quiet, Flea, said Butterfly Sue. You've upset the thinking I'm trying to do. Flea stood there and tried to pretend that she hadn't been hurt by her very best friend. Their problem was tricky, no time to be smug. After all, digestion waits for no bug. Flea tried to be patient, she tried to be true, and so she just sat there, thinking with Sue. They thought and they thought and they thought and they thought, till their foreheads were wet and their feelers were hot. Till Flea decided she'd try once again to spell out her plan to her butterfly friend. I've got it, said Flea. It's not a bad plan. But Sue stopped her and said, You interrupted again. I'm trying to think of a way to get free, but I can't concentrate with you yapping at me. Well, my focus is broken. You might as well tell of this wonderful plan that you've thought up so well. And so Flea Mosquito began to explain the idea she'd invented inside of her brain. We could climb up the throat, up high to the head. Every bird, I think, must at last go to bed. And when it's asleep, we can tell from the snoring. We'll pry up its beak and be long gone by morning. Climb up the throat? Pry up the beak? Sue scoffed at her friend. No, your plan is quite weak. We could sting the bird's throat. That idea stinks too. Tie its gizzard in knots? Wake me up when you're through. Her list of ideas had come to an end. Flea turned and she looked at her butterfly friend. You're my very best friend, but I really can't see all these ideas I've got. You won't listen to me. Yes, Flea, Sue said, you're my friend. This is true, but that doesn't mean I should listen to you. I'm older than you. And I am wise. Can't you see? The one to come up with a plan will be me. And so Sue Butterfly, she sat down and she thunk. And she thunk and she thunk and she thunk and she thunk. And while she was thunking and thunking this way, Flea Mosquito, well, she climbed away. And later that night, the mosquito got out, up the bungle bird's throat, through the bungle bird's mouth. She slipped out the beak while the bird was asleep, and she did the whole thing without making a peep. And well, not so lucky was Butterfly Sue. She never came up with the right thing to do. The butterfly thought only she knew the way, so she's probably still in the belly that today. Oh, Flea, where are you? It's really too bad. If she'd taken advice, then her story too might have turned out quite nice. So if you ever get eaten and are close to your end, please listen and take the advice of your friend. Thank you. The end.